Rev your engines and fasten your seatbelts. It's time for Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, keeping you up to date on everything going on this season at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Now, here's your host, Dan Bailey.
Hey, race fans, welcome to another edition of Thunder Talk. You know, we had an interruption with all of our racing action last Friday night as old Mother Nature rained on our parade at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, but we are looking forward to another opportunity to hit the high banks at MTS this Friday night. What are we going to talk about in this week's edition of Thunder Talk? We're going to talk about a racer who will race, well, just about anything. I'd like to welcome to this week's program Kevin Hager, driver of the number 94 hobby stock at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Kevin, welcome to Thunder Talk.
Thank you.
Kevin, I said that you will drive just about anything, and over the last couple of years, you have been driving several different race cars. This year, you're focusing on your hobby stock and your super stock, but you've also driven late model. Actually, why don't we let you tell us the different type of race cars that you've driven through your career?
Well, I started out with ice racing a little bit, and I guess led into street stock. Thought I had to have a super stock. Super stock is definitely a fun class also. And then with super stocks dropping at Mississippi Thunder, I decided that hobby stock looked like the way to go, and then got a deal on a late model, and I thought the late model was something that was worth giving a try. I have that one sitting on the sidelines right now.
The start of the 2021 season at Mississippi Thunder Speedway has been good to you. You're currently in the top two, as a matter of fact, tied for second. It's 18 points out of the lead, which is currently held by Austin Heff. Does it feel to you that this is as positive of a start of the 2021 season as it looks in the point standings?
Yeah, I guess I never look at the points. So, I mean, I guess it's interesting. I don't like to look at the points because I think I've said it before, I never wanted to sway anything that I feel like I might subconsciously need to do on the track or anything like that. I mean, I don't think it would, but my idea is that I go out and I try to have as good a night as I can have, drive as hard as I can without messing up or messing anyone else up, and basically just try to get through a good, clean race night, and there's a lot of good racers that we race against and good group of guys to race against. I guess personally I just try to kind of bide my time. Usually in the end it works out for the best.
Well, let me give you an opportunity to clarify something for me. And I'm talking about your hobby stock that you're racing this year at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Can you clarify for me just how old is that car? When was that car built? What's the history of this car that we see in the top two in the points and running near, if not at, the front of the field these few opening weeks here at Mississippi Thunder Speedway?
Yeah, 2001 I was trying to get a car ready for Wissota 100 back in the day as a street stock, and it was one of those 2-week builds, and I was in a mad rush to get it done for, I think we always started up there on Wednesday night. So that makes me think that September 11th in 2001 must have been on a Tuesday, because I was painting the car when the Twin Towers went down. So yeah, that's how old this car is. So
this car that you are racing this year, 20 years old, and in those 20 years, have you had to do any major, rebuilds on the car, or is it pretty original?
Pretty original. I built the car, like I said, in a mad rush because of the history of building it. With September 11th, I went ahead and painted it red, white, and blue. Yeah, I sold it to a fella in town here. He sold it to another fella in town here, and he sold it to another fella in town. So it actually went through 3 hands in Kellogg here. None of them raced it a whole lot. One asked if there was any chance I wanted to buy it back, and I said, yeah. I said, I know what the car is. I built it. I'll buy it back. So I bought it, ran it over at Deer Creek along with my super stock for, I think, a year or so. The car didn't get raced every single year. Last time I ran it, 2009, might have been about the last that I ran street stocks, both, and brought it back out, whatever it was, 4 years ago now. The hobby stock started up.
So that kind of dispels that myth that every year you have to go out and buy a brand new chassis and spend $80 gazillion to get the best of the best. I'm not saying your car is not the best of the best. I'm just saying that if it's treated right, if it's taken care of, a car can last, right, and still be very competitive.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll find that though you build a brand new car and there's so many components that if you have a glitch in anything, that can shut you down too. So a lot of times I feel pretty confident. I know, maybe what it's time to change and, just doing the basic maintenance, but I'm kind of old school.
Good story with a car that's been around for a while and is still highly competitive, currently tied for second in the point standings at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. I want to give you an opportunity, Kevin, to mention any sponsors who might be helping out your efforts for the 2021 season.
Yeah, well, the hobby stock is pretty well home sponsored. I was going to put my Hoosier Speedway, my RC track on there. Performance Bodies, they've sponsored me for a long time now, and just always have to thank the pit guys that I get on race night, and of course my girlfriend that is here to help out any time that she needs to. So
I had mentioned earlier that you've driven a wide variety of different race cars through your career, and you just brought yet another different type of race car into the picture. Several years ago, you really became interested and excited about RC car racing, so much so that you have your own track and run a series. So give us some information on the RC end of your racing career.
Yeah, I don't know how many years ago that I started doing it, around 2000, 2001. Just kind of dilly-dallied on making a little backyard track, I guess I should call it. Decided to haul a little bit of dirt around, so I had a friend of mine and myself, we shoveled a lot at that time. Made kind of an oval, which later on, once I got a tractor, turned into a tri-oval, and now I got guys that travel 3 and 4 hours to come and race here, which is crazy in a way, but yet I'm honored, I guess, by the fact that at least my efforts don't go unnoticed altogether, because they said as far as outdoor tracks go that this is the nicest track that they know of between Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. So.
And the name of the track again, Hoosier Speedway. Can you tell us when you race there, how often you hold races at the track, and if it's open to the public to come watch or even learn about the sport?
Yeah, we definitely invite anyone new or interested or just want to check it out. We race on Tuesday nights, pretty much every Tuesday after Memorial Day, and so we're getting fired up to start up our season. Memorial Day we race Tuesday night, and then we race every Saturday night. So Tuesdays and Saturdays from Memorial Day through Labor Day. And if anyone's interested in checking out the Hoosier Speedway Facebook site, they can check out and get accepted into the group and see a little bit more about it that way too.
So how many different divisions or classes of radio-controlled race cars compete at Hoosier Speedway?
Well, we have a couple beginner divisions, which are based on time. We then have a super stock, a buggy RC car that has a small late model body on, so that's kind of the next step up. And we have some short course trucks with modified bodies. Those get a little more advanced. We have street stocks, which are a buggy with a street stock body on. And then we have four-wheel drive short course trucks with late model bodies on, called /late. Those are our main classes on Tuesday nights. Saturday nights we do have a Midwest mod, which is a buggy-based car, and some sprints. So we definitely got a wide variety of different cars.
Sounds exciting and interesting. So people who would like to get some more information should check out your Facebook page about Hoosier Speedway. Well, Kevin Hager, I tell you what, it's been a pleasure chatting with you about your lengthy career and how 2021 is apparently already shaping up to be another strong run for you and the number 94 machine. So again, Kevin Hager, thank you very much for joining us this week on Thunder Talk.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, don't forget this Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, Where's Machine Night, which will be a combination of the second and third MTS Free County Fans Night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. That means if you can show proof of residence from either Pierce County, Wisconsin, La Crosse County, Wisconsin, Houston County, Minnesota, Dodge County, Minnesota, Floyd County, Iowa, or Mitchell County, Iowa, you get into the grandstands absolutely free. First green flag immediately following the official opening ceremonies at 7:15 15. You can get all the information by following Mississippi Thunder Speedway on Facebook and even their other social media efforts, or check out their official website, MississippiThunder.com.
That was Thunder Talk, keeping you up to date on everything going on at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
You ever notice that when you're on a fishing trip, you drive your boat all the way to the other side of the lake because you think that's where the best fishing is? And the people staying at the cabins on that side of the lake, well, they come and fish where your cabin is. You don't have to drive a long ways to catch the big fish. And at Arcadia Motors, you don't have to drive a long ways to get the best deal on a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. The best deals are right in the bay next to your cabin. Take the short, scenic drive to Arcadia Motors. ArcadiaDodge.com.